Let me tell you, it just feels so right to sit back on the top of the table. I mean, can you complain? No. Are you happy? Obviously. Do you want to give this position back again? We'll see. So Barca versus Levante, the game ended. We won 3-0. We created a lot of chance and we scored 3 out of them. Coming to how the players have played and the tactics of Hansi Flick, how we defended, how we attacked, everything we'll discuss everything. But coming to the person who changed the complete game flow of Barcelona in today's match, I'm talking about João Cancelo. My man got the chance to flourish for the first time. He got the chance to play a whole 90 minutes. Not the first time play a whole 90 minutes, but first time play as a left back and get the opportunity to shine himself. Because as we know, Balde has been having some very poor games lately. The last 2 or 3 games he has been leaking. He has been the thing that we know him for, his pace, his explosiveness and his solidity in the back. He has been lacking that, due to which we have been suffering. So Hansi Flick decided, you know what, I have an alternative choice in my hand and why not I try that. Balde hasn't been so good as he used to be. So let's try to shuffle things up, and boy oh boy did this shuffling work. João Cancelo has probably provided one of his best game for Barcelona till now, and honestly there are no words to describe how beautifully he played. From the beginning of the match, he seemed like someone who had much more clarity going forward. First, let me clear this. João Cancelo and Alejandro Balde, they are both very two different type of players. So Balde is very much dependent on his explosiveness, on his carrying ability and his building from the back. Those things Balde does good. He is very good in that, and his tracking back and defensive awareness is much better than Cancelo as well. But the thing that Barca has been lacking, and Barca has been over dependent on Lamine Yamal for the offensive awareness, that Balde didn't provide that much. Balde lacked in that. Balde was indecisive in the final third. Most of the criticism that Balde ever got was that his passes in the final third went to nowhere. His crosses felt aimless. He just hacked the ball in the middle of the penalty box and hoped someone gets it, or passed a ball and hoped that someone from his own team reaches it before the opposition defender. But Cancelo is not like that. Cancelo going forward is one of the most clear-minded person that you can see. He knows what he is capable of. He knows what other players are doing around him, and he calculates the game. He predicts the movement very well, and his both-footedness adds to it very much. Today, if you see the match, if you see Cancelo's movement, he uses his both-footedness very precisely. He knows when to dribble past a player or stop and just deliver an early cross. It can be from his left foot or from his right foot as well, or from the outside of his right foot as well. In today's match, we saw because of him, the over-dependence on Lamine Yamal had reduced a lot. Rafinha is a player who is not known for too much dribbling or too much flair in the wings. He is a player who is very good running behind the defender. He's very good at late arriving and hacking shots. He is very good at that. So when Rafinha plays at the wing, he is not utilized to his full potential. And for him to be utilized at his full potential, he has to cut in. And that option, João Cancelo gave him today. João Cancelo stayed in the wing, he held the pitch, he held the width of the pitch, and he used that wing. He used it to go outside and deliver beautiful crosses, or cut inside and deliver some beautiful crosses, out of which some led to goal, like the one of Frankie de Jong. And some other chances as well, like for the one with Koundé, while that one should have been a clear goal, but Koundé missed the finishing. But however, he created so many chances. He dictated the play as well very nicely. Coming to his defensive awareness, yes, he is not as strong as Balde, but today he was solid. He did recover some balls, 8 recoveries in total, and he tracked back very well as well. He supported the defense very well. He recovered some aerial duels as well. So overall, the addition of João Cancelo has been very fruitful for Barcelona, has reduced the amount of carry job that Lamine Yamal has to do from his side, and it has opened up a both-way threat in our final third. Now coming to the second player who has been very influential in this match as well, from my point of view, and that is Frenkie de Jong. Frenkie de Jong dictated this match beautifully. He was the conductor of the match. He dictated the defense, he dictated the offense, and he, like the Frenkie we used to see in 2021-2020 season, he arrived late at the box and finished some beautiful chance as well. I mean, finished one chance, but his late arrival at the box was very, very crucial for this match as well. Because, to be very honest, the finishing of our forwards, Rafinha, Lewandowski and Lamine Yamal, has been nowhere near what it used to be. So our defensive midfielders, Bernal and Frenkie de Jong, is doing the job of the finisher, and they did it very well. Bernal's goal was very beautiful. He finished like a proper striker, and to be very honest, I like this aspect of Bernal very much, that he is capable of going forward and finish very calmly, very cleanly. And that is one aspect of a central defensive midfielder that I am not seeing very much, and I am very glad that we have such option in our hand. And he also brings the solidity that Frenkie de Jong needs, the lack of calmness, the lack of control that Casado had. But Bernal is not like that. He is very much calmer, he has very much control over the ball, and he dictates the ball very well, due to which Frenkie de Jong gets the liberty to go forward even more. Dani Olmo or Fermin Lopez also gets the liberty to go carry forward the ball and carry the attack with much more liberty. Bernal is much more solid on the ball. He has done much better recovery than Casado, and his pairing with de Jong looked very much well till Pedri arrived, obviously. I mean, who can you compare Pedri with? I mean, we did see, right? As soon as he arrived, he delivered a throw pass like a surgeon with proper slice that properly sliced through that 4 defenders, mind you. 2 midfielders and 2 defenders. It sliced through them and just reached Rafinha, before which the goalkeeper came in to save it. But that kind of passing, that kind of through balls, that kind of carrying through the park, carrying through the defenders is nowhere to be seen among any other player except for Pedri. He is different. You cannot compare him to anyone. Bernal is good on his own, but Pedri is Pedri. Then coming to a youngster of ours who has had some pent up energy in him, and he just rocketed it. I'm talking about Mr. Fermin Lopez. Boy, oh boy, is this boy different. Fermin Lopez is one such player whose catalog, whose gameplay, whose energy is much more different from that of others. Every time he comes on the pitch, he might have a stinker. Just like I said that the last 2 games, Fermin Lopez had a stinker. But that is not only his fault that he had a poor game, but also the fact that he was in a formation that had 2 attacking midfielders in the team and no central defensive midfielders. So his role was shifted. So his role was much more divided. He had to do the defensive job as well, which he is not very good at. He's very good at pressing, but defensively he is not that solid, or defensively he is not that much aware. But the thing that he is very good at is rattling the bars, and today he rattled them. It looked like he had all this pent-up energy, pent-up aggression in him due to some bad games that he had, and he just released all of them. And by God, it looked like the bar was going to break the way he hit the ball. What a beautiful banger. That is what we know Fermin Lopez for. And a left-footed banger. His weak foot, for God's sake. That was his weak foot. God knows what would have happened if he had hit it with his right foot. I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy that he came in and he busted through, and he pressed so well as well. He was in much better position today, thanks to the fact that de Jong and Pedri came in and also complimented him so well. Compared to Dani Olmo, he had a much better game. Dani Olmo was much more rigid for some reason. But Fermin, as I said, he is always looking forward to prove himself. He is like, I had a bad game, yes, but I'm going to prove myself. I'm going to prove my position in the team. I'm going to prove that I'm always going to be ahead of Dani Olmo in the pecking order. That is the kind of motivation he works with, and I love him for that. Then coming to one of the tactical changes that I have liked, actually, because it looked like it had a purpose, and that was in the corners of Barcelona. Barcelona, for a long period, for a long time, had been shit in their corners. The corners will either go in the far post, go completely beyond everyone, or fall in the near post, but no one will attack in the near post. So they decided, you know what, we are not good at crossing, let's try something else. So they tried to do something new, and they almost on every corner they tried the short corner tactic, and it actually came fruitful for one goal. The goal of Bernal, it came from a short corner. I mean, to Lamine Yamal, I suppose, then to João Cancelo to Eric Garcia to Bernal, and goal. So in a way, that goal came from a corner. I like to think it in that way, but I like the change. I like the fact that Hansi Flick saw that we are not using corners to its full potential. We are not churning out the corners. So he decided to change the tactic. He decided to try something new. And this thing is something that has been consistent with Hansi Flick. Every time we saw Barcelona a little shaky, or had some trouble in the tactics, or had some trouble in overall gameplay, he shifted something. Be it using Eric Garcia as a right back, or Eric Garcia as a centre back, or Eric Garcia as a central defensive midfield. Today, as we saw, using João Cancelo as a left back, or even sometimes using Lamine Yamal as a number 10 as well. Rooney Bargi in the wing and Lamine Yamal as a number 10. He is not afraid to make changes, and most of the time, whenever Barcelona goes through a difficult phase or travelling phase, those changes actually come fruitful. As far as this change today, we saw Bernal instead of Casado, we saw João Cancelo instead of Balde, and it actually came with a good result for us. Going to the things that I am still skeptical about. In the opening 20 seconds of the match, we had a shot, a clear shot on our goal by Levante. In the opening 20 seconds. And that is not a ricochet shot, not a haphazard shot, haphazard chance. No, a clear-cut chance. If it wasn't for João Garcia, we have been 1-0 down in the 20 seconds of the match. And let alone that, even after that, there were multiple chances where Levante also seemed to like they are going to open us up. They are going to create chances. And I am not blaming Highline for all of it, because not all of the chances were created due to Highline. There were some chances that they created out of the Highline position as well. But we are still shaky. In terms of defense, we are still shaky. This is Levante we are talking about. With all due respect, they are 19th in the table of La Liga. So, in terms of attacking option, we don't hope too much from them. But when it comes to Champions League, the whole game ball is different. In Champions League, the next La Liga matches are going to be tricky as well. We have Real Betis, Atletico Madrid, Osasuna in their own home ground. We have Real Madrid to play and El Clasico to play as well. So, the title isn't decided yet. We have 13 more matches to go. We have to be solid in those 13 matches. If we slip up this time, Real Madrid are definitely going to capitalize on that. We cannot let them have that chance. So in general, the offense has been looking good for us, at least in this match. At least in this match, they have been fruitful. And the defense is still shaky, still haphazard. Still there are some concern about the defense. And I pray to God, Hansi Flick comes up with some solution to tackle all the defensive liability, defensive leakage, defensive problems of our team. That was my opinion about the match. Tell me down what are your opinion about the gameplay as well. Tell me what are your opinion about my opinion, and if you give the video a thumbs up, that would be very, very, very thankful. I'll be very, very thankful. And subscribe to Boots and Balls.